I'm looking for a way to consolidate 25 QuickBooks Enterprise financial statements in a hosted desktop environment. This was a super question. I'm curious if anybody on the live show has seen a situation like this. Although I haven't seen 25, the process is still the same. You have a couple of different options. They each have their pros and cons. So first of all, you want to make sure that your files have an identical chart of accounts. And by chart of accounts, I mean assets, liabilities, equity, income, cost of goods sold, and expenses. These are types of accounts. And you want to make sure that any accounts that are really the same in different files are named the same and numbered the same. So if something is called office expenses in one account, but office supplies in another company, when you merge them using the QuickBooks Enterprise consolidation feature, QuickBooks is not going to know that these really mean the same thing. So they have to be named identically. And I mean identical. If one of them says office expenses because there's a typo, QuickBooks, when it exports to Excel and consolidates all these financial statements, it's not going to know that these are actually the same expense account. And it's going to put them on separate line items and not consolidate them and give you more work to do. And WTF, you have better things to do with your time, like exercise judgment, something that only a human being can uniquely do. So that's one thought for you is tune your charts of accounts across all 25 companies. Make sure they're the same. Similarly, make sure that any intercompany accounts or cross-company investment accounts are equal. So if company A owes company B money and company B is owed money by company A, they better have the same dollar amount on the books, or else they're not going to consolidate, and some other figure is going to be wrong in both sets of books. So consider that. That also goes for investment accounts. If company A invested in company B, maybe that's part of why they need to be consolidated. The investment asset and the equity amount needs to be identical, I mean to the penny, in both sets of books, or you're going to have some issues. Now, there's another technique as well. I've done entire hour-long webinars on this. I'll give you it in a nutshell. You can actually export the trial balances from all of these files to Excel, line them up in a single tab, tag them all with the company that they came from, combine the debits and credits in a single column, and then map them to your financial statements. So on a separate tab, you're going to have balance sheet, you're going to list your assets, your liabilities, your equity. On a separate tab, you're going to have your income statement, also known as profit and loss. You're going to have your revenue, your cost of goods sold if you have that, or cost of sales, expense account. And you're going to go over to that one huge tab of the 25 different trial balances and map these trial balances to your financial statement accounts one by one. This gives you a couple of great advantages. Number one, you can group the accounts in any way that is logical to you, any way that sees fit. This is you as a human being exercising judgment, doing something that technology cannot and should not do. And also, if you don't have any spaces between your trial balances, you can just activate a filter. And when you ask yourself, what did I include in accounts payable? You can click on that filter over on your detail tab, click accounts payable, and instantly see, oh, these are the detailed trial balance accounts that I consolidated into accounts payable. You should have two, on their trial balance tab, you want two columns showing the mapping, one for the balance sheet, one for the income statement, and also leave out any intercompany loan accounts or intercompany investment accounts. Those should all net to zero. So that's my quick answer. It's not an illustrated step-by-step. Like I said, I've done entire hour-long webinars just demonstrating the technique and didn't even necessarily get to the end of it. But my point is, it's a huge time-saving technique. And on top of it all, if any number in any of those 25 QuickBooks files gets updated, all you have to do is export the trial balance, copy and paste, and your financials are instantly updated. It's a beautiful thing, my friends.